Really? Really? You're gonna do this again? You are? Of course you are, yep. Back to the flooding. That's right guys, you are seeing correctly. The bridge is underwater again. Been getting hit with a pretty bad rain event. There's quite a few parts of Queensland right now that look like they're an ocean instead of the dry desert they usually are. Haven't been too affected as Cyclone Alfred was when it hit, so it's been alright, but I'm hoping any more severe flooding doesn't come through again. But today is the day. Today is the day I finish the encampment for good. I install the new bridge because this whole area is just eroding away very quickly, so I don't know how much longer any of this will even last. So I think this is the best time to put the new bridge in. Look, I've used this area to cross since episode 1. It's a little sad to see it going, but if I want to keep getting across to my bush encampment, this is the only way. And this new bridge, 10 times stronger, and will probably last 10 times longer. So yeah, and there's also one last surprise that I'm going to add to my bush encampment after this bridge project is done, before we sign off and call this entire project complete. Now I haven't gone across to the encampment today, so if there is any damages over there, I will fix it today, but after this I will not be fixing anything anymore. I'll be letting nature run its course, and nature I will slowly document as it takes everything back. Now some few little things I will still maintain, like the bridge areas, just because I need to be able to get across to document it. So small things like that I'll still kind of off camera just change a little, but you guys won't really see that side of things. And yeah, that's probably about all I'll actually look after, just so I can get across. So yeah. Also, I did do a few little changes here to the creekside area, so I figured, well, you know, let's get into that before we get this bridge going. Now, the chain I have instead opted to do this with, so it's now coming along there, so Scarlet and King Bob, King Toast, all them at my little party event kept slipping, so there's now a little something when you're walking along here you can grip onto. Same with the other side, because I believe it snapped right down the middle when the floods came, where the zippy tie was, and that's why it broke. But yeah, it doesn't really matter too much anymore because this whole area is just disappearing and will one day look like this. Alright, so we've got the new bridge right here. This thing is huge and I have no idea how I'm getting it down to the creek because it is that heavy. But that is what we are here to figure out. So got it down here, get it over there, then I've got to figure out how I'm getting it in so it doesn't float away the next floods, waters rise up. Just get it to that front.
No, not to the tripod. It's not gonna work. You got it?
Oh, that's one way to do it. Oh, my leg.
Are you wanting help? Yep. Go. Push. Push.
Alright.
There we go.
Alright, the bridge is across. I went for a little dip in the water, I'm soaked. Now we're going to test this thing and hope I don't die in the process. Okay. Also, this water is like above knee deep down there, so this is a little bit scary. Hello. Well, the new bridge works. Now it just needs to be somehow tied down so it doesn't float away, and that part I'm yet to figure out. Alright, so I've got to go to Bunnings to get some resources to actually complete this now. I need a real good strong rope, and I don't have any of that on me, so I'm going to head to Bunnings. So while I head to Bunnings, I'm going to play you a little flashback to last night, because I recorded a weird nighttime rain tour of the encampment for some reason. So you guys can watch that. I'll go on a trip to Bunnings, and then I'll meet you guys right back down here. Hey guys, so I'm down here in the bush at night, I know, and it's raining. Wow, two things combined as one. Isn't that crazy? In fact, I'm going to do a little tour of the encampment at night while it's raining. Why? Because why not? I thought it'd be a good bit of fun, so let's do it. Alright, we're here at the gate. There's the beautiful chair. As you can see, we're coming down to the creek. It's slippery. I understand my scarlet slipped through here now. Oh! No, I'm falling in. What am I doing? I misjudged that. What am I doing? What am I doing? Alright, we're coming onto the bridge right now. As you can see, it's wet. Now going over the bridge, right? Yep, I know, so cool. And oh look, pathway. Yes, am I not your favorite tour guide? Look how cool the water is. Oh wait, I'm recording. Oh, what am I doing? Oh gosh, that's a slippery thing. As you can see, my beautiful light there is working well. How light-like. As you can see, so is my other one. How incredible. Why is the recording not stopping? Stop it! Okay, the recording won't stop because my phone's got water in it, so we're just going to keep going. Oh, I'm tripping. Okay, it's dark, and it's cold, and it's wet, and I honestly kind of love it. Oh, look how wet this tree looks. No, this side is dry. This side is dry. It's immune to the water, right? This side's immune. But look how wet this side is. Like, look at that wetness. Why am I focused on this? This is not why I'm here. Actually, it kind of is to do a tour at night in the rain. That's why we're here. We're at the side tent. It actually has a bit of a water build-up problem, but we can fix it by just... Oh, and yeah, the main tent. Also, the plants are doing really well, right? Cool. Yeah, we love that. Oh gosh, the trees are peeing on me. Why are you not working? Alright, as you can see, I don't think the pagoda works anymore, by the way, after the flood, which is a shame. Some of the lights have already turned off, but look at the wetness. Oh, the garden tent. How is it holding up in the rain, right? Oh yeah, it's slowly sinking. Yeah. Oh, I'm off the path. Where am I going? Going the wrong way. Okay, as you can see here, we've got, oh, look at that beautiful thing right there. Beautiful light, and oh, it's got cold down here. Okay, see, we've got the storage tent in all its glory. It's still holding up. That's great stuff. And yeah. Is there much point showing anything else? I don't think so. There's a light there. That's a house. It's cold and freezing. Yeah, that's the night rain tour. Cool. Oh, listen to this. I love this sound. Good night. Alright guys, I'm back. I'm in here at the flood tent. I've got some good thick rope. I'm really hoping this will be enough. Got some screws. We're going to screw this in. And, of course, a little knife so we can cut it up. Now the plan is, and because there's nothing I can really screw downwards into, what I'm going to do is get a rope on either end of each bridge. And, you know what? I don't really know how to explain it. I'm just going to show you guys. Let's do it. Out of nowhere, I started becoming irritable, angry, and every little idea I had just seemed to mess up. I was slipping and falling all over the place. Weeks of burnout from preparing for Cyclone Alfred, dealing with the loss and destruction of that, and having to rebuild after, was catching up to me. Everything I did just seemed to fall apart and not work. Mixed in with the rain, it wasn't a good mix. I felt down. I felt like this was it. I couldn't continue. So close, yet I felt so far. I was done. But no, not like that. I'm so close. I can't afford to give up now. My story does not end here. This is not how the encampment ends. I will see this to fruition. I haven't spent the past 2 years working on this just for it to end like this. Well guys, the bridge is complete. And it's pretty solid too, that's good. Hopefully when a flood comes through next, these ropes can hold it down. And I think they will, they're pretty strong ropes. I got one of the strongest ropes I could buy. So yeah, looking pretty good. My main concern would be erosion, but I'm really hoping this bridge can stay pinned down. At least that'd be the hope. Guess we'll have to find out when the next flood comes, which may be sooner rather than later with all this rain we've been getting. I've been out this all day. It's been a very rainy, wet day. And just because this bridge project is done does not mean the encampment project is done, because it's not. There is still a bit more to do. I've got to clear out a path so it's a little bit easier to walk back and forth on both sides of this new bridge area. I'm really happy with it though. I think it's pretty fun, pretty cool. I just hope it's enough to withstand a flood. It should be. If the other one can, I'm sure this one will. And yeah, it's good to have a new access point here in the bush. It's taking a bit of getting used to cross because the water here is this deep down there, but that's probably just because it's up a bit as well. But yeah, we're not done just yet. I think I'm going to wait for a nicer, sunnier day so I'm not sitting in this stinking rain. But let's head over to the pond area quickly in the encampment because there's a little something I want to add. A new plant that I got as well that caught my eye while I was out getting this rope, and I just knew it'll look great. So it's rainy, it's the perfect time to do it. Let's go. Alright, so I've got this lovely new plant right here. Let's not waste any time, let's get this bad boy in. You know, I've always wanted to get a creeping juniper. I think they're a great plant. One of my favorites, personally. Been wanting one my entire life for myself. And hey, I finally got one. It's such, I love it, man, I love it. Such a cool plant. I love the leaf type. I just think it's great. Now, I've got my very own. Oh yeah. And with all this rain we've been getting, hopefully, it grows and settles in real well to the spot. Hopefully no kangaroos or anything else eat it. But yeah, that's where I'm probably going to leave off for this first segment of the video. So, let us wait to a brighter, sunnier day, and we'll return to our little surprise. Yep, well, no. We'll do the bridge first, we'll clear out the path, and then we'll get onto my last little trick, my final add-on to the encampment. I'm not going to spoil it until we're up to it, so you better keep watching and stay tuned. Oh, and also I just wanted to give a little shout out to my partner for helping me with the bridge construction. Alright, so I took a little break for a few days just from working down here. Just the burnout was really getting to me and I just needed a few days to kind of do something else for a bit and come back to this. So still feeling a bit burnt out, but I'm feeling a little bit better. And there's been a bit more flooding. The bridge actually went underwater over the past few days, but I wasn't here to see it. It did get a little bit knocked to the side, but overall it held up. So I now know the ropes are strong enough to hold it down. I tightened them up a bit, so hopefully it doesn't get knocked to the side again next time it floods, which will probably be soon. We're still in a flood season, which is just sad after Cyclone Alfred, but you know, that's how it goes. Now what I'm going to be doing now is clearing out the path, so I can have a bit more of a clearer way down. Thankfully, having to walk back and forth has already done a lot of the work on its own, but I'm just going to clear it up that bit more just so I don't have as many plants brushing against me, just to reduce those chances of getting ticks and cuts and who knows what else. Also, there's termites in the bridge now, so I don't know how they're there after it just went underwater, but they are, and they're having a grand old time, which isn't great. So I'm also going to be heading back to Bunnings and seeing if I can find something to solve that issue. And that's one of the main issues or reasons that I've come back a little bit sooner, is because that is something that needs to be taken care of ASAP. Alright, with that all cleared up, I'm going to head across the bridge now to the encampment, because I was hearing some noises while clearing out the pathway, as if there was someone over there. So I'm going to just go check things out. Just head on over. Now here's, you can see where termites come through. Look right there. Look at that. Eating along the side there. We just remove that. It's not good. Hopefully I can find something I can use, but from what I've seen, you can't get it in waterways because it's not good. So we don't want to do that. So yeah, if that's the case, I don't know what I can actually do to prevent them. I don't know. So hopefully we can figure this out. Okay, I'm coming up. I'm not seeing anyone, but there was definitely some weird noises coming up here. Not anything an animal would be making. I also, with the main tent here, still need to dig it in properly, but I've got a pole in here so the water doesn't build up on top anymore, so it's actually fixed it. Okay, that's been knocked over. I haven't been up here in a few days, so Apart from that, it seems alright. I mean, the table's still holding on. Look at the pond. It's green, and our creeping juniper seems to be enjoying its new home. Oh, the pond though, it's turned green. It's a green pond now. Oh, hey, we've got Shrek Swamp. Bush plant's been growing real well ever since I trimmed this other bit, which is actually growing a new bit, but it's grown so much taller already. So I think that was the right way to go. I had a dream the other night that my bamboo here was missing, and when I came down the next day, I genuinely thought it was going to be gone. Well, I genuinely believed it actually happened. I don't know how, but I did. Hey, the horsey friend's back. It's down there. Guess we should go say hi. Maybe he's the one that's been making all the noise. I always get nervous coming down this end as if there's going to be someone here ever since those people were around here. Hello. Nope. How come my partner got to do it? Why don't you like me? You've got a friend. You got a guy on you right there, I think. Or is that just a piece of grass? Is it grasshopper or grass you got, sir? He's camera shy, I think. No, he seems to be enjoying the long grass that's growing back along the fire break. He's having a good old feast. I would say our new horsey friend is the one that's been making all the noises across here that I've been hearing. You know, I used to have a horse. He died. Don't really know why, I just went to feed him one afternoon. Big old red juicy apple, and well, I thought he was asleep on the floor. Upon closer inspection, he was not asleep on the floor. Don't know how he died. My guess, snake bite maybe, tick. I don't know. He was fine in the morning, got home after school, and he was laying on the ground and showing no signs of ever wanting to get back up. Sucks, didn't have him for that long either. So, yeah, never really found out what caused his death. So, yeah, it's a shame, but it's just the way it goes sometimes, I guess. Wish better luck for the horses over there. You know, I sometimes wonder how this series would be different if the horse was still alive that I had. Just because he used to live in the paddock where the flood tent is and all that. So I wouldn't be able to do as much stuff because I won't be out of the gate and stuff because you get out. So yeah, I wonder how things could have been different if, you know, still had him around, because I probably wouldn't have been able to put the bridge in either in case he tried to jump the fence and get across using it. He loved escaping after all. I just found something. Another little wash up from the floods. This is meant to be in the paranormal tent. Just realised we never retrieved the log for in here, so I'm just gonna put it there. Yeah, I don't know where that log went. Anyways, enough doing whatever around here. Let's head to Bunnings and see if we can treat these termites. Alright, I'm officially at the grand world of Bunnings, where many magical things happen, Bunnings-wise. So, let's do some hunting for anti-termite stuff. That looks cool. Now these look cool. I like these. I love that. That is so beautiful. Smells a bit funny through here. Interesting. Alright, we're back at the bush, and before I get to dealing with those termites, well, I ended up getting this plant here. I couldn't resist. It just looked too good, and I just thought, imagine it growing up along here. Wouldn't that be incredible? So, yeah, that's what we're going to be hopefully achieving today. We just need to push some of this back a bit. I'm thinking we can kind of get it in here. That'll do it. Alright, we got that out a little bit more smoother than that creeping juniper. So, just get all that soil nice back around. Alright, now what I want to try to do is try get it so that's latching onto here. However we do that. And for anyone who is curious on the name of this vine, it is an orange trumpet vine. That is the wrong way around, but that's what it's called. Alright, so I'm now ready to start getting rid of these termites. Oh, what is that? Something crawling on my foot. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get a little something to put under the bridge or just wherever I'm spraying, so that if any drips off, it'll fall into that instead of into the creek. That's the best I can think of. So the spray bottle is ready. I've got the mixture all done, so now it's just time to spray this thing and hope we can rid it of termites before I'm walking along it someday and it just falls down and I break a leg. Let's do this. I'm going to use the old bin lid since it broke off in the Alfred floods. So yeah, I think this should capture anything quite nicely. So yeah, I'm going to pop into a time lapse and rid these termites. And then we'll be moving on to the final stage of finishing this encampment at long last. Cool. Alright, so I managed to do it. Now the spray bottle I was using ended up breaking. I don't even know how. So I had to carefully drip it into all the little termite holes while holding the bin piece under it. And I managed to do it without spilling anything. Thank goodness, it was very stressful. And yeah, so the job is done now, and hopefully that gets rid of any of our non-termite friends. So yeah, fingers crossed. And well, now it's just on to the final bit of this project, the little surprise I've been saving for last. Welcome back to the bush, guys. Yeah, it's flooding again. Because of course it is. We just had the water come up. Now we're getting more rain coming through. I'm never going to get this encampment finished at this rate. The floods just keep saying, no, no, no. You don't finish that. I've got one last thing I need to do to finish this thing up. And here we are. Water levels are rising again. Can't even see the bridge. It's going under. Oh, this area is going under too. Here's starting to sink, as you can see there. And you can... Oh, it sounds like a raging river again through here, look at that. And well, there's only more coming. There's the tyre that used to be there. Alfred put that there. And all this water is obviously rushing into there, meaning it's going to rise a lot more in the coming hours. This is ridiculous. What does it take to finish my encampment, though? Like, can I finish it, please? Can we, like, not get everything swept away again? I really do not feel like doing that again. That was not fun. Can I finish the encampment so nature can do its thing and take it back before we have any more disasters? That'd be great. The flood tent's just waiting for a flood. Figure I may as well come on down, see how the bridge is doing. Can't see any signs of termites anymore, so that's a good thing. As you can see, it's well, the water's definitely piling up, so we're just gonna walk on over. This is easily waist deep down there. That's a bit scary to know. Like, oh, that coming through, that's kind of eerie. And then, you know, we've got that end. And then look at that flow. And then we come here, look. All this here is starting to fill up too. I mean, it's nice being able to cross now more than I could before. Because if I didn't have this new bridge, well, I wouldn't be able to go across right now. Because the bridge is well and truly underwater down the other end. I mean, as the encampment, everything's holding up. Pond plant here's been slowly leaning downwards, as you can see. And of course, we've got our new vine growing better than ever. Ever? English. The under here is all holding up quite well. So, well, there's definitely going to be some flooding. I'm hoping it's nothing major like Alfred brought us, which I really doubt, but a lot of Queensland's underwater right now, so yeah, I don't want to speak too soon and have that bite me in the butt later. In fact, the storage tent is, for some reason, becoming a pond now. I don't know why this happens. Where'd all this come from? What is this? How is this here? I kid you not, I was here a few hours ago. This was not here. This was not here. Look at it. Where is this coming from? Like, this whole area is sinking. Where is this water coming from? What? What is this? Shrek's swamp? Like, it's going right. Where is this coming from? Dude! Look at all of this. Like, it just keeps going down the path. Where is all this water coming from? What? Look, it keeps going. It's like a little mini river. It's like this entire end of the bush is just flooding. This has never happened. What? Why is this happening now? Look, they're all here. This has never happened before. Alfred, what did you do to my bush? Does this just keep going, or like, where is this water coming from? Like, does it just keep going this way, or is that it? That's it. No, there's more. It just keeps going. Where is all this water flowing from? You know what the eeriest part about all this water here is? All of this water build-up that's happening is in the direct path that the floodwaters go when it floods bad. Which makes me start to think, what if the water didn't fully break the banks in Cyclone Alfred? Because think, the signs were fine on the edge of the creek where if the water were to come up, well, it should have gone through there. What if something's causing the water to now build up on the top here, causing it to flood through the encampment without the creek ever needing to make contact? Because that's what's happening. I don't know how, but that's what's happening. And this is all in a direct path that everything floated away during Cyclone Alfred, despite certain other areas a lot closer to the creek being unharmed. So what if the creek doesn't need to flood anymore? What if something's changed, something's happened, I don't know how, that's causing it to flood up here? Like, the water is literally flowing in the direction everything went during Cyclone Alfred. What? The fire break's also filling up with water now too. Guys, I don't think it was the creek that flooded the encampment that night of Cyclone Alfred. I think there's something else causing this. The encampment itself is flooding on its own accord. I don't know where this water's flowing from. We have a mystery. Oh, look, the storage tent's already getting close to going under. How has this happened? Look at the fire break. What? Where is this water coming from? Dude, what the heck? Ah. How is this all flooding now? Guys, this entire end is flooding without the creek even having to make contact. Look at my pond. This is all underwater. This happened in a matter of hours. Dude, what the? There was no water here this morning. What is this? Is my pond causing this? Yo, what? My pond? Nah. Are you for real right now? My pond is actually flooding the entire top half of this bush. This little pond is flooding everything. This little pond is causing all of this. That little pond caused the entirety of this top area to flood during Cyclone Alfred. It all makes sense now. How? Why? My creeping juniper! I can't believe the pond's done this. I kid you not, it's flooding the entire encampment. How? How is this happening and why now? Why hasn't it happened before? This makes so much more make sense. Dude, I cannot believe that it wasn't the creek that flooded my encampment, it was my pond. That doesn't even make sense. I really just created my own worst nightmare with this. Oh boy, what have I done? What have I done? Plants, please don't leave me. Stay, don't float away. Guys, I've created an ocean. My entire encampment is sinking because of my pond. I don't even know what to say, I'm not gonna lie. How is this happening? My encampment is flooding itself from the inside out. And I did it, somehow. I don't know how that is causing all of this. Like, what? Alright, so I've come back about 3 hours later from the last checkup to see what's going on, and already noticing some pretty noticeable differences in the water buildup, which is not looking good. See, if we walk down here, it's one of the ways into the bush towards the flood tent. This wasn't under before, there was no water buildup here, just, it wasn't dry, because obviously it's raining, but it wasn't puddles. It's a puddle now, which makes me a bit concerned for how the encampment is already, because, well, after the rain event of the other weekend, and the bridge went under then, I explained all that. The water must have already been pretty piled up in the pond, and now that all this rain's coming through again, it was already full, so now it's just spilling out all through the encampment, which is not good, obviously. And pretty soon, we're about to be locked out from crossing, so this will probably be our last crossover until this rain event is over or takes a break. You can already see the bridge here. In this short amount of time, look at it. Like, we're gonna have to make this quick because I don't want to go drowning or anything. And look at that. Already. Like, I want to be able to cross if it weren't for this bridge right here, but this is scarily high up. Like, look, we're gonna go on this, and it's like a boat, pretty much. I don't even know if I should be crossing right now because it's scary. So we're gonna try, because I'm stupid. This is actually really sketchy, I'm not gonna lie, I don't like this. I'm having regrets. Am I gonna be able to get back? Oh, there's a big spider. Why are you there, sir? Please move. Oh boy. Okay. Hopefully this doesn't break, otherwise I'm trapped over here and that's not good. So we're literally walking in the creek flow right now, and this here gets pretty deep because it drops off, but it's gonna pick back up over here if I don't slip. I can actually get up. Now I'm gonna have to make this a real quick journey because that's not gonna last. So let's see what's happening to the rest of the encampment, which has probably got water running all through it down that end, and I can already see it. I mean, the new plants are probably enjoying themselves. Okay, it's actually not looking as bad as I thought, weirdly enough. There is still obviously a lot of water build up, as we can see. I'm a little panicked because of how quick the water's rising at the bridge, so I'm trying to make this quick. There's still a lot of build up, but it's not too bad from what it was, which hopefully means we're not going to get any major flooding over here, but then again, I wouldn't hold my breath. We're meant to still get so much more rain. Don't want to get trapped. It gets quite deep here. Oh, my thong! Alright, we are seeing a bit of a build up here at the storage tent though, which is a little concerning. Let's look at that. It's all flowing through there, and as for down here, let's see if it's spread any further this way. Oh, that's deep. Can't believe my pond has caused this. Okay, doesn't look like it's spread too much this way. It is kind of going that way a bit more though, so it is still pushing through. Gonna check things on this side of the creek, at the old bridge area, and then I'm heading back before I am living on this side of the creek for who knows how long, which we don't want to do. Ooh, trying to get through. Hey, that's one of my cactuses. What are you doing here? And how are you not dead? Been washed up here since Alfred. I don't even know where to put him. How about you go here, friend? I really don't know where else to put you. Okay, I'm gonna do one last little push. Oh! That's a later problem. I won't lie, in the long run, I think that's actually better so the whole tarp doesn't snap. Wow, the water's really rushing down here. Coming down to where flood tent 2 is. I'm really hoping this doesn't turn out to be another major flood event. That's the last thing I need. Oh, it's weird being on this side of the water this high. Look at it. Well, it's about to come up to where I am now. I'm not going to go over there. It's too slippery there, but... oh, that's a sight I don't like at all. That makes me... let's go back to the bridge. Back to the bridge. I've got a doctor's appointment to get to this afternoon. I don't got time to be flooded over here. And then I don't really know where to go because from what it looks like, this whole area just goes under. I can't believe the side tent's already down again. Oh well, probably a good thing that happens because it knows it needs a bit more work then done to it. I mean, my guess is the nails weren't put in strong enough, and if that's the case, that's an easy fix. Oh gosh, we're coming through. It's the autumn tree. Alright, bridge is still there. Oh, I was panicked. Let's get under here. Let's get down without slipping. Come here, rope. Let's come on. Careful now. Like trying to walk quickly. This isn't sketchy at all. Okay, now it's going to drop off. Try grab that. I'm going to try lunge. Okay, I've got to be careful. It's kind of hard to tell where I'm walking, and this bridge is a boat now. So we're going to... oh gosh, I don't even know where this is. Okay, this needs to be moved over. This needs to be moved over a bit. Come on. I'm not getting stranded. No. What's the spider doing? Oh no! One slip and I'm gone. Okay. I never want to do that again. Oh. Never again. Never am I crossing at that height again. That was... oh, my heart is beating. My heart is beating so fast right now. Oh, that was so stupid. But also so... made me feel so alive. Whew. Seriously, if I fell, that's probably a good up to here deep. I'll be going on an adventure. Alright, well, that's nice to know. This is crazy just how quick it's rising though. Like, look at that. If there is any termites, I hope they're gone. Like, come on right now. Look at it just going in the water like that. Seems like the ropes are doing their job. So that's good. As I said, I got a doctor's appointment though. That's in about an hour. So I'm going to get out of the floodwaters right now and hope all is well here. And I guess I will update you guys on the situation tomorrow. And hopefully we can eventually get to finishing this bush project, because for some reason the world just has other plans for me that involves flooding, and more flooding. That's all that's happening now, just flooding. Alright, so I'm now at the other end where the old bridge was. Just checking things out from this side. That first bit of the chain's about to go under, and yeah, it is getting quite high, which makes me a little concerned. I'm also quite concerned about over there. Now, it's not really raining at the moment, so without rain, the pond can physically not rise. So as long as we keep getting breaks in the rain, it should be okay. But this, because of all the water flowing downstream from other areas that still have rain and water build up, it's all going to come through here. So this is going to keep rising before it goes back down. I can see this area here is already water all flowing through. This will probably, if this rain does keep up, probably be under tomorrow. We'll wait and see. Can't really tell what the weather's going to do, so that might never go under, or it could be under tomorrow. We just have to see, but one thing's certain, that bridge is going under again. Okay, I'm back on the same day actually. It turns out I have nothing better to do with myself than watch a creek slowly flood, as you probably saw from the Cyclone Alfred episodes. So that's what I'm doing. So I hope you don't mind the minimal editing and other shots and stuff. As I said, it's kind of hard to do that when it's always raining. Well, I said that in my Alfred videos, so if you haven't watched those, then I guess that's news to you. So it rose quite a bit. You know, the chain's going under. The bridge is like bloop, bloop, bloop. I'll show that in a sec. It's pretty funny, actually. So yeah, I wouldn't dare cross that, but I do want to kind of see if I can stand on it and just see what it feels like, just for fun. Because I'm a maniac. This area ain't flooding too badly. This area, on the other hand, is doing its all. It's other thing, you know. I'm gonna finish the encampment in this episode, I swear. It's just the world has other plans for me first, so I'm just letting it do its thing. At the flood tent, you already see just how much higher the water's coming up. We're gonna get a waterside view again. Ain't that nice? The best part is I can come down as much as I want now because there's no threat of falling trees from the cyclone winds. And oh, maybe we're not standing on it. Maybe we're not gonna do that actually. It's a bit far out for my liking. The ropes work actually real well. They seem to be holding up quite good as long as the trees don't collapse. Hopefully we're okay. But I would mind a little less flooding. That would be greatly appreciated because I don't know how this would hold if it went up and broke the banks, which I'm really hoping doesn't happen. Kind of weird to me that I was standing and crossing there like about an hour-ish, hour and a half-ish ago. And well, now it's doing its thing. Now obviously if the water did rise to a point, it get to a point where it can't go up any higher, and because the rope's straining it down, and that worries me because I don't know if that'd cause complications with it, because you know the log is obviously going to want to rise to the top, and the currents can get pretty strong underneath, as proved with the original bridge when it used to go in all weird angles at the end of 2024. So yeah, I don't know why we're getting so much flooding recently. We're just getting hit with a bit of a wet spot, and it's so inconvenient after Cyclone Alfred. So yeah, I'm just trying to make do and finish this encampment. I swear it's gonna happen. Good morning, world. We got the sun out today. We got the birds chirping, and the creek would have gone up quite a bit last night, but it has actually gone down since. So hopefully we can gain access later today to the other side. There's our bridge right now. Water is slowly going down. Last I checked yesterday it was about there. It's made its way down to there, and I'm assuming it came up a lot higher last night as well. So hopefully we can get across later today. And hey, if we can, there's a good chance that today could be the day we finish the project. Oh, and we gotta fix the side tent too now. So yeah, we'll be doing that as well. Alright, bridge is complete, side tent is complete, the little path around the bridge complete, everything as well, which means we are ready to move on to the final part of this bush encampment. After 2.5 years, here we are, about to finish this project once and for all, for real this time. I'm not going to come back in a few months' time and say, you know what, I've got a little bit more I want to do. This time I really do feel like it is complete, there is nothing more I want to do. I just want to watch as nature slowly reclaims it. So this leaves me to the final thing I want to add. As you can see here, I have got heaps of fairy lights that I'm going to put up around the encampment, because I've always wanted to have this place light up at night, and I just never really thought I'd get around to it. But you know what, I figured I've been doing this for that long, I may as well finish the one idea I've always wanted to do since this project grew into this encampment idea. So that's exactly what I'm going to be doing today, trying to string these up as much as I can around the encampment. So I guess, let's see how this goes. Doesn't everything just look absolutely incredible? Now, I've wanted to do this for so long, and seeing everything just lit up like this is so cool. And that's it. The encampment is complete. I can't believe after, well, 2 and a bit years, I've finally done it. It's done, and now all I have to do is let nature do the rest. I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for watching, and we're going to end this episode off with a good old first person, just like it used to be. It feels so good to finally be done. This is so cool. I love it. I love how it just twists around there. I love the colours back there. Let's head on this way, eh? This has been such an incredible series. I've loved every second. Of course, it's not over yet. I'm still going to be documenting how nature takes everything back. But now will I no longer be repairing any damages that happened. So, you are now witnessing the encampment in its most complete state it will ever be in. These lights won't stay on forever, but whether it is only this night they are to stay on. It's a beautiful thing. Feels like victory. Pond's still overflowing. And I can't wait for whatever I do next. There's a toad swimming in there. I love this. This is such a cool way, I think, to finish things off, to just light everything up. That looks sick. I think it's great. I think it's been a long journey to get here, but I've done it. And hopefully the encampment lights stay on for a little while longer before a branch falls and crushes them. It's been a good run, guys. I've really enjoyed this. But here's to something new. And I think we're a little overdue, something a bit new. I've been doing this for a long time, and I can't wait for something else. Oh, it's so beautiful. It's been quite a ride to get to this point. But I appreciate everyone's support who has supported this series. It's really given me the motivation I needed to really just finish it off. So every last one of you who has watched, liked, subscribed, commented, I appreciate every one of you. Thank you so much, especially for those who have been here for over a year now. It means the world. And here's to hopefully building up something more with the channel itself. Maybe we can become more and take things even further than this. This is the end of one story, the beginning of another, on which we shall let as nature takes this place over, returns the bush to what it once was. And as for me, I'll document it until I feel like it's time to completely move on. And we'll embark on new adventures along the way. So with that said, I leave you guys here. I don't know when the next update will be. Might be in a week, might be in 5 months. But just know, there'll be heaps more great content to fill you in until then. Thank you guys so much for watching. And of course, I'll see yous in the next one. Guys, this is groundbreaking. For the first time since Alfred hit, the pagoda has turned on, which officially means it's still working. It hasn't turned on since, but now it has. Yay!